Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Wanted to do a quick video and show you guys what I do with my filters. Um, Customize them a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I do with them, and feel free to use it if you like it. So, alright, start with just a regular good old poly filter. Bottle caps on both sides. Step one, I'm going to remove one side of the bottle cap there. So I'll show you how to remove that metal screen there from this side. I'll get the leaves off there. So I do that because it's just an added air restriction, and it's really totally unnecessary on the leading side of the filter. Also, I thought I'd point out, a lot of times these filters, I don't think they take a lot of care into marking them anymore. Yeah, if you can see, this side is clearly the more coarse side, and this back side is the finer side. So whenever you guys use these filters, always use your eyes and your brain and figure out which way it's supposed to go. A lot of times too, some filters are more dense than others. I'm sure you guys all notice how these filters seem to really load on the first layer and really doesn't get much use between it. So what I'll do sometimes is start by removing several of the layers and roughen up the fiber a little bit. So what I did is I took a couple of layers off. This one was not very dense, so I just took one layer off, and then what I'll do too is just rough up this filter material a little bit. Just make it not quite so dense on this leading edge here. And that's what she looks like there. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. So, nice thin, very low restrictive filter. Okay guys, so I know what you're saying. You can't just remove all the layers of the filter and still call it a filter, right? So I got a little secret weapon up my field, but honestly you can to some degree. Like I said, the first layer of the filter seems to really do the majority of the work, so I'm just giving it a little more surface area to load and catch the filters. But here's my secret weapon. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. I use this because it really has no smell. I've never had anyone say anything about it. So I'm going to get this all ready to go and spray it on the filter, and that's just going to increase the tack of this first layer here. So I think you guys are going to like this here. Okay, I'm using this filter inside the air handler as a backup. That's why I'm thinning it out. I don't want it to be much of a restriction. So here we go. I think I'm going to take this out of my van and do this. Put it back here on the back. Okay, there we go. Nice little filter there. I'll show you guys. Here's my old one I took out. This is my one from last year. So let's see how they're doing side by side there. So yeah, you can see a pretty good difference there. Again, so what we're not going to do is we're not going to restrict the unit a lot. I've actually tested these filters, and they get a good low pressure drop. Usually a little bit less than 0.1, right at 0.1 at around 1200. So not too bad for 3 tons of air through a 20 by 20 filter. So you can see nice and thin there. This one looks good enough. I'm going to throw that in the return grill, I believe, because the other one's a pleated and it's bad. So do good. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of my little filter deal here. And we'll see you on the next one.